Okay, 9:51 diffuser day. Step one here is I'm going to clean this part of the rear quarter because the car is filthy right now because I haven't washed it in probably a month and a half. Something crazy. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this all nice and clean, and then I'm going to take some painter's tape and essentially I'm going to start taping off where the diffuser is going to go, and that's going to do a couple things. A, it's going to give me a good place to mark on the car without physically putting Sharpie on there. I know it doesn't matter because I'm going to be drilling into this right now anyways, but at least the Sharpie mark won't move or wipe off really easy. And so the plan here is I'm going to have a buddy, Logan, who's got the green Z, which I'm sure you guys have all seen by now. He's going to come help me out and give me a hand. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to line the car up with, or we're going to line the valence up with this body line right here and get it to where its initial position is going to be vertically. So just kind of up and down where it's going to sit, where it's flush with the ledge. And I'll show you on the bumper here, underneath and on the valence itself, or sorry, not valence, the diffuser. Don't call that a valence because it's not a valence, it's a diffuser. I'm going to show you there where it sits flush up against the actual chassis. And once we get that figured out, we're going to go ahead, I'll mark, we'll drill, then the bolts can slide through. And once the bolts are in, that gives us our final position of where it's going to be up and down once it's sitting flush, and then we can get it set in its final position left to right. And then all that's going to be it'll just be a matter of making sure that everything is straight and sitting flush up against that ledge. So let me take you underneath the car. I'll do this to the other side off camera, and I'll show you the ledge that I'm talking about. Let's see if I can't get it set up with some jack stands. So as you can see, there's a little bit of a shelf here right where the tub kind of goes into the spare tire kind of wheel well. So we're just gonna have to stab a hole through here. This is a square right here, a little cutout so that you can get a bolt up there and tighten it. I think today the plan is gonna be to use some self-tappers to get it mocked up. I'm not really gonna be driving the car for the next little bit here, so I just wanna get it up and installed. Basically use the self-tappers as marking points for me to come back and then drill proper holes and then order a proper mounting kit. But yeah, I got to get this up and installed so it's out of the way. So for the time being, I think self-tappers will be plenty. So the next thing to do, if I swing this here this way, I think you should be able to see, it looks like there's a hole right here. This hole, there you go. You can kind of see this right here is meant to line up with that hole, and then a bolt will go through there. So that's pretty cool that that's already there. I wasn't anticipating that being there. So that is just meant to run a bolt up through, run a nut, and be done with it. So I'll get the outer part done first, and then I'll have Logan kind of down here to tell me when everything's lined up. And then when it's lined up, we'll mark the holes and kind of go from there and drill it. So it's just going to be a little bit of a finicky process, but we'll try to get it captured and documented as best we can. But yeah, that's the gist of it on this side. And then for this other piece, let's see, oh yeah, there's the other hole right there. You can see it right there. Let's see if I can get a little closer. So nice. Was not anticipating that being there. Might be a little bit of a challenge with the exhaust tip in the way, but we'll see. I think it'll be fine. I hate that. I hate that with everything that I am in my fucking... Oh. Alright. Watch this not be correct at all, and it doesn't fucking line up and all that other good stuff.
You put it where the holes go, right, motherfucker?
No. Alright, let's go. Okay, so this should pretty much hold itself in. Okay, that's how it needs to come now. If you gotta get the jack stand out of the way, you can't. Why is it not lining up? Oh, you know what? That back end might need to swing this way. Yeah. Let's see if we can't swing this. There we go. There's that one. And there's that one.
You wanna get the nuts on them real quick?
I just wanted to make sure that I didn't fuck that up real fast, so I'm gonna take this paint off real quick. Now that we know it goes on. How's it look though?
I'll have to like pull it back to get it under the shelf. Or no, I'm tripping. Yeah, I'm tripping. I'm sorry.
Okay, you're good. So, I mean, that's it right there.
Yeah, that's exactly where it is.
Okay, cool. So let me, if you want to, actually, you don't need to. Let's just set it down here real fast. Let me pull this paint off. Or painter's tape, not paint. Oh my god. My pristine Contour car. The things that I do to you, I do them out of love, I swear.
You do a good job.
Okay. So, yeah, we'll get it set up and then just slide a jack stand underneath to hold it so that way you don't have to hold it. And then I'll come up through the top side and just get the bolts in real quick. That way it's not going to come back out. Oh, yeah, it's back there a little bit. So...
I'll push it more.
Oh, you might not need to. Oh, no. You get it? Alright, let's see. Yeah, that sound insulation might be a little tough. We'll see. I don't know.
It's not that big of a deal.
I think it might be on there. They just painted over it.
Oh, you know what? They probably will. And once you tighten it, it'll suck it in.
That's what I think. That's going. I mean, that's pinching body now.
Yeah, no, you got that one really good.
Oh no. Let me get this in. That side I probably just need to cut some of this insulation out. Like I can see it moving. Which is making me nervous because it's pinching body, I feel like, on this side. At least to my eye. Bring it forward. It's on there, but it's like not going through all the way just yet. It's just kind of hanging out here. It's a little bit spaced out, but I think when we pick it up and bolt it in from the other side, it'll pick this up all the way. By the way, this is overspray. This should all be black, but I just want to get this on right now. Then I'll come back and clean it up. Okay, so as you can see, these holes like just barely miss. So we're gonna use these badass self-tappers that go into beams. And I'm just gonna bop these in real fast and it'll be chilling. The other side is pretty good. It's level, it's flush. The diffuser looks good. It doesn't look crooked, and it's sitting flush up against that shelf. So I feel like that's the most important thing. As long as the diffuser is flush up against the shelf, then attach it however you see fit. Okay, here we go. I hope that this will reach Actually, you know what? Maybe I should throw an extension on here. Yeah, let me throw an extension on this. The reason why I want to do that is because I feel like the drill is physically going to hit the bottom of the bumper, and I can't get the taper all the way through. Up. That's done. I now should be able to just take this out. Yeah. Cool. There we go.
Yep.
Oh, that thing is the top of the stud, right?
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Hello.
Oh, this is a fiberglass. That's crazy.
Oh, he's confident on this one.
Shut.
I done.
Other side's done, so
I done did it.
there's no going back now. There she is. I think it looks awesome. And whoever says that this doesn't make a difference, not correct. Not correct at all. Car is definitely much more stable, especially at sustained highway speed. It was pretty breezy out, and I took the car in its first drive just to make sure everything's tight, not going anywhere. And I can confidently say that, especially at highway speeds, it feels much more planted. The steering feels a little bit heavier. Doesn't feel as light on its toes as I'm accustomed to. So I can't wait to actually take some corners in this with the diffuser on, see how it feels. But I mean, first impressions, driving it, it feels awesome, and it looks great too. Color match is pretty close. You can tell there's a little bit of a difference here. Almost just looks like this is a little more faded, but I bet you with a polish you can get it looking pretty decent. So yeah, I think that's gonna go ahead and do it for this video. And man, I'm stoked. That's been a bucket list item for a very long time. Okay, so when I got home and I started to edit the video, put it all together, and I was looking at those ending clips, I know the spoiler is like crooked, and it was crooked just enough to not look right to piss me off. So I ended up messing around with it. Moral of the story here is just use the damn mounting holes. I should have just ordered a hardware kit, waited, and used the proper mounting holes. Just do that. You actually do have access. You can reach your hand up in there, so you can just get a regular like nut, bolt, and washer and do it that way, and you'll be fine. So what I had to end up doing is, on the passenger side, I made the holes just a little bit wider. I just reamed them out a little bit, and that kind of gave me some flexibility to shift how the spoiler was sitting, and I got it very, very, very close enough for it to be okay and not notice. I mean, obviously at this point it's on there, and we've already put friggin' holes everywhere, so kind of had to make do with that. So lesson learned: do as I say, not as I do. Just use the proper mounting holes. Long story short, this is how we got it looking. A little tough to tell, but now you can see it's much straighter now. So the ticket here, like I said, if you cock it up the way that I did, just remount those holes a little bit and give yourself a little bit of adjustability. The thing is you have to be really careful not to go too low so that your holes are exposed on the top. So the solution here is just going to be to get some weather stripping, and I'll throw some weather stripping there, cut it cleanly, and it'll be good. But yeah, yep. So my plan was to just make that quick change and then go get some beauty shots of the car, redo that sort of outro, and do a proper explanation and all other kind of stuff for you guys with better lighting and all that other kind of stuff. But obviously, if you can't tell by what's on the counter right now, we're kind of in the middle of something else. Can't exactly do that with the car, but I still wanted this information in the video just to show you why you should do things properly. I thought it was going to be fine. I wasn't anticipating those holes to be down there, and quite frankly, it was just a lack of knowledge that led me to those mistakes. I thought that the turbo chassis was just a little bit different, or there wasn't any access to those holes to be able to get bolts and nuts into, but you can reach your hand back through there. So had I known that, then I would have just obviously ordered the kit, but I figured we were close enough and it was going to look fine. So yeah, just if you cock up, it's not a big deal. Just make sure that you don't go so low that your holes are exposed, and just get some weather stripping, some black weather stripping. That will look good. 3M will be fine, plenty just to cover everything up, and it'll still look pretty good. So halfway decent. Not perfect, but I mean, spoiler's gonna have to get painted anyways. The car is gonna have to get painted at some point, so I imagine it'll all get taken care of properly then, but for the time being, I think it's gonna be okay. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.